Today, with my team, I am leading staff from National Gender to the county of Isiolo, and my other commissioners, the CEO, the Director Corporate Service, Director Program, are in other 19 counties. And I will tell you why we are all over. So briefly, I will read for you why we are in Isiolo County and 19 other counties. A nationwide study on the status of girls' education in minority and marginalized community. Our goal is to generate a concrete evidence on the barriers and opportunities shaping girls' enrollment, retention, transition, and learning outcome. This evidence will inform policy, guide resource allocation, and strengthen practical action in both national and county levels, so that every child, especially the girl child, has an equal opportunity to learn and to thrive. Although our director here is also concerned about the boy child, which also as a commission we are concerned. So for today we are undertaking the study on a girl child, but very soon we will also embark on a study affecting the education of a boy child. The study comes at a critical moment. Schools have reopened for third term, a decisive period for candidates preparing to sit for their national exam. The Commission calls on the Ministry of Education to ensure learning is uninterrupted and that pupils are adequately supported in the final stretch. We emphasize the need to full resourcing of capitation so that school can provide a stable, safe, and dignified environment for learners. We know that when schools are underfunded, it is the girls who often bear the brunt through absenteeism, early dropout, or poor preparations. This is why investing in education is not only about classrooms and textbook, but about protecting the promise of equality enshrined in our Constitution. The Commissions value the cooperation of county government, teachers, parents, and community in this work. Together, we can overcome the cultural, social, and structural barriers that keeps girls out of school and ensure that all children, regardless of who they are or where they come from, can realize their full potential through education. So to support this statement, my team will be touring schools in about 9 wards, from Chairab, Chari, Siricho, Garbatula, Kina, Oldonyiro, Burat, Ngaramara, and Bulapesa. So they will physically go to all schools and do the research to understand what is it that we can do to ensure that our girls have an opportunity to go to school. For those who have dropped out of the schools, what can we do to ensure them that they're integrated back into the schools? I want to appreciate the director once again because she has shared with us some of the challenges that will form part of our research finding and also will support us to do an advisory to the President and to the Ministry of Education. Key amongst the issues that she shared with us is the teacher ratios, especially in the rural setup where we are not able to take female teachers due to situation in those areas, like some schools do not have water in the schools, no electricity, insecurity in many places. So the girl child do not get mentors in female leaders. And also she mentioned the need to have a low-cost boarding facilities. And she has shared a very practical example where parents from these far-flung areas will bring their children to schools in Isiolo. And since they do not have homes here, they are accommodated in a very small rooms in groups of 2, 3, 4, and then they go to day schools. This lack of parental guidelines exposes the young girls to other activities, including early pregnancies. So we will form whatever opinion that you shared with us, perspective, as part of our policy contribution to the Ministry of Education. So I want to thank you, and I want to invite you to also say just
before you invite the director.
Yes.
Hypothetically, you know that Isiolo is affected by early marriage and early pregnancies.
Yes.
Because of the nature of pastoral business.
Yes. Thank you. I think for us, the mandate that national gender has been given by the Constitution will allow us to now bring this finding out in a form of policy. The policy, the advice now will shape the policy direction. For example, it is through the advisory from national gender that His Excellency the President has established a unit of minority and marginalized that is domiciled within his office. And currently, we are in a process of developing a legislation that now will cover all these issues of marginalization, what can be done. So this will also now form part of the contribution to what is already ongoing. For example, what the director has told us about the need to have a low-cost boarding. This is a low-hanging fruit. It is something that we can quickly address through the Ministry of Education, even at the policy, at the presidential level. So for me, I think as national gender, with now real raw data, we'll be able to take the next action. And then not only just advising, we will also keep monitoring whether our advice has been implemented or not. And of course, we have the powers to go to court. We have the powers to summon anybody, including the Ministry of Education, if whatever we have advised is not taken into consideration.